Tonight we open a file on a case that broke a nation, a mystery encased in the concrete and glass of a Brazilian high-rise. March 29th, 2008. São Paulo, Brazil. 11:38 p.m. The city is asleep. The victim, Isabella Nardoni, a 5-year-old girl. Her cause of death, a fall from the 6th floor. But this was no accident. The forensic evidence immediately signaled something far more sinister. The apartment was sealed. The parents, the only 2 people present, became the sole suspects. The core paradox is simple. Did a 5-year-old girl fall, or was she thrown? The answer we found was written in the apartment's data. The investigation began by treating the apartment, Unit 601, as a closed system. 2 adults, 1 child. No signs of forced entry. The timeline of the evening is critical. Isabella's father, Alexandre, and stepmother, Ana Carolina Jatoba, arrived home just before 11:30 p.m. Initial testimony claimed the crime occurred after Alexandre briefly left the apartment to check on an alleged flat tire. When he returned, Isabella was gone. The prosecution's case, however, relied on physical evidence that painted a different, brutal picture. We must look at 2 key areas, the bedroom and the window screen. The bedroom where Isabella was allegedly put to sleep showed a disturbing lack of disturbance for a struggle, except for one crucial element, blood traces on the bed sheets. This suggested the injury, the initial trauma, happened inside the apartment, not from the fall alone. The second piece of evidence was the mosquito screen of the window. A deep, deliberate tear was found. Forensic analysis proved the screen was cut from the inside, not pushed out by a child's impact. Furthermore, there was another blood stain on the external wall near the window ledge. The evidence rendered a scenario of an attack, a cover-up, and a desperate, brutal disposal of a victim who was already incapacitated. The fall was the final fatal act, designed to mimic an accident. The data leads to 2 dominant narratives, which in this case are not theories in the traditional sense, but rather a focus on who delivered the final blow. Theory 1. The stepmother's impulse. This is the prosecution's primary view. The evidence suggested a volatile emotional state and a direct conflict with Isabella. The physical attack that caused the initial trauma, the blood on the sheets, was attributed to Ana Carolina. The blood traces were near her side of the bed. The motive was rage and jealousy against the child from her husband's previous relationship. Theory 2. The father's complicity and execution. This theory does not absolve the stepmother of the assault, but focuses on Alexandre's role in the cover-up. The disposal. The physical strength required to manage an incapacitated child, tear the screen, and push her out of the window quickly aligns better with the father's profile. The initial testimony, the flat tire ruse, suggested premeditation for an alibi. The court ultimately found both responsible. The verdict of the Brazilian judiciary was definitive. Both Alexandre Nardoni and Ana Carolina Jatoba were convicted for triple qualified homicide. The evidence was irrefutable. The rendering of the crime scene showed no other possibility. The rendered archive closes this file with a chilling finality. The data points were aligned. The physical evidence, the blood, the cut screen, the timeline, created a perfect, unbreakable seal around the perpetrators. The system, often flawed, worked here because the suspects were careless, leaving a trail of data that a professional investigation could follow and reconstruct. But the conviction does not erase the trauma. It does not answer the question that echoes through every frame of this archive. What kind of rage, what darkness allows a parent to render a child's life meaningless? If you want more files unlocked from the rendered archive, please ensure you like this video. Subscribe to our channel to receive the next case data packet. And tell us in the comments below, what case should we render next?